anyone who walked the whole length of the country just to get here has earned my attention.
Guess it don't matter as long as I'm getting paid.
I heard something! Nuts! Cover me! I'm hit! I'm hit! I'm hit!
Keep an eye out. Appalachia will know the name Hellcats. What was that? What was that? Let's get him! Cover me! I'm in! Cover me, damn it! Shit! You're dead meat! Anywhere we can see you, Doctor. Are we secure, Initiate? The Hellcats were likely here to protect Blackburn's associates from the super mutants above.
Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter. Dr. Farhar is nominally the head of their group, Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. Jane was a junior scientist at Westtech, brilliant but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farhar's pet project, an adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling. A trap I conceived, prepared, and executed entirely while in your custody? You give me too much credit. Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farhar. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work. This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time. We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation.
You know what they say. Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Well, no, not as such, but...
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
Of course not! What Westtech did was a terrible mistake, an affront to science. They didn't care who they hurt, and they did it just to see what happened. We're trying to help people. This will make people safe again.
Dr. Jane is enthusiastic, but it's true. We are not doing this just to satisfy our curiosity.
We're advancing science itself. The cost doesn't matter. No offense to Dr. Jane, but Westtech wasn't doing science. They were only burning ants with a magnifying glass by comparison.
I'm sure you'll understand how important this is if you take the time. Ask away.
Why? Because it's the frontier of science? It's the next step in our self-guided evolution as a species. Why wouldn't we do this? Wrong? Who says? What does morality have to do with any of this? So people got hurt. That's nothing compared to what we'll accomplish.
There was no other way. Dr. Blackburn was right. If we stop now, all that pain we caused will have been meaningless.
All of them? No. Humans are broken in so many ways we can't fix, but we can keep them from dying from radiation or getting sick because the water's poison. We can make it so they don't have to be afraid of the world around them anymore. Intellectual curiosity is good for you.
We can't let that happen. Come no further. We're almost finished here. We won't have to wait long.
Hey, you want to stay and watch us change the world? Fine by me. I'll be making history.
Anything to avoid more violence.
Why? Because it's the frontier of science? It's the next step in our self-guided evolution as a species. Why wouldn't we do this? All of them? No. Humans are broken in so many ways we can't fix, but we can keep them from dying from radiation or getting sick because the water's poison. We can make it so they don't have to be afraid of the world around them anymore. Wrong? Who says? What does morality have to do with any of this? So people got hurt. That's nothing compared to what we'll accomplish.
There was no other way. Dr. Blackburn was right. If we stop now, all that pain we caused will have been meaningless.
Wrong? Who says? What does morality have to do with any of this? So people got hurt. That's nothing compared to what we'll accomplish.
There was no other way. Dr. Blackburn was right. If we stop now, all that pain we caused will have been meaningless.
Intellectual curiosity is good for you.
We can't let that happen. Come no further. Be reasonable. You're holding Dr. Blackburn hostage. We are not the ones making violent threats here.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties. It is no joke at all. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You'll have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them. Trust me or trust me not. The truth remains the truth. Then you are free to enjoy the view, as my colleagues distribute our creation among the populace.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave?
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Now that that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
I am sorry, but this must happen. You will see, and then there will be no more debate.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Now is not the time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code Ascension.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right!
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
My nerves on fire! No! This is your fault. You cannot defeat me. Pain. I will fix this. But first, you die. I will kill you. I will kill you! My nerves on fire! You cannot defeat me! No! The pain! My nerves on fire! The pain! This will not end here! Rage! Uncontrollable rage! I will kill you! You cannot defeat me! No! You cannot defeat me! The pain! My nerves on fire! I will kill you! You look very tasty now! My nerves on fire! The pain! You cannot defeat me! I will kill you! No! The pain! My nerves on fire! I must kill you for science! You must die! You cannot defeat me! No! I will kill you! My nerves on fire! The pain! You will not stop the fusion! No! I'm so close.
They do look dangerous. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. This is what happens. This proves more than anything the need for our brotherhood. The need for our justice.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. Let's see what they have to say for themselves.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can. I will not freely hand over our lives. This is all I can do to resist. Please leave. Do what you will.
I wouldn't put it past them to have rigged this exit with traps. There must be a password.
We shouldn't waste time searching. If you know how to brute force a terminal, now would be the time.
Do you really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
We can verify that once the area is secure and send for Scribe Valdez to double-check. Until then, stay on your guard.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do, please. Spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt. I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us?
I'm glad you see the truth of the matter.
I'm afraid that's not going to cut it. The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists, to safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please! Stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your Brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. I have no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter. By all means. We won't be going anywhere.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence. Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures. Animal experiments only. Thorough waste disposal. We were so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it? I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers. It was only later that... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing. They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie, particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn, well, the world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy. Please don't let this work go to waste.
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true? Oh, wow. That's scary. You really made my heart skip a beat. I don't have any arms. Well, unless you mean human arms, because I've got 2 of those, but they're mine. You can't have them. Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world. What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right? To improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse. Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met. Okay, I guess. Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. She's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated. You're not really gonna kill us, are you? I'm awfully young to die. You can fit a lot of experiments into 60 more years.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created and improve upon it. It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Nellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed, in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on. There was no one interested in listening. I had to talk your superiors down first. The Brotherhood are a passionate sort, aren't they? Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in. Taught her what I know. And what has your organization decided? By all means.